Hello, my name is Rob and welcome to Metal Monthly. This is a video series where we talk about the things that happened in metal music over the past month. It's fast paced, it's laid back, it's chill, I have a drink, we talk about some music, it's fun. First off, albums. What albums came out last month? First off, we have Wednesday 13 with Horrifier. Now I always liked the early style of Wednesday 13 where he was a kind of tongue-in-cheek, fun horror punk kind of musician. It's been about 10 years since he moved away from that and just went into being a serious metal musician, and I've never really enjoyed those albums as much, but I listened to this and this one it's alright. It's quite slow and heavy, it's got warped guitars, Wednesday 13's vocals are still the focus and he does sound amazing. It's just they're not talking about horror films or fun, silly things. It's quite a serious album. There are some fun elements, like one of the songs opens with a kind of homage to I Walked with a Zombie, but then it just goes into a regular metal song and I was like, I'm hoping for it to be more fun than that. Some of the songs are a little bit more fast-paced, but overall, it's a serious metal album. If you already like Wednesday 13, check it out. If you want horror punk, listen to his earlier stuff, like I do. Next up, Sleeping with Sirens, Complete Collapse. So, the post-hardcore pop-punk emo band has released a new album that is really good and very confusing to my ears. The light, clean vocals get matched with some very fast, very heavy guitar and drums, and it meshes together and it sounds really good sometimes. Sometimes it's too contrasty and it just is a bit jarring, but generally, the mix of the two styles is really good. Most of the reviews I read of the album said it starts off with an absolute banger of Tyrants, which is really, really good. It's probably my favourite, that's why it's first. Then it gets a little bit muddled in the middle and they just kind of become kind of average metal songs. And then it ends with an acoustic song called Grave, and I love when metal bands do acoustic songs. It's so good to get to hear that band, that style, but in an entirely different format. Oh, it's so good when it's done well. I love hearing, like, especially when they do the same songs in acoustic that were metal. Oh, it's so good. So if you're already an SWS fan, is that what they're called? Is that how you abbreviate that? I don't know. Or you'd like some post-hardcore fun stuff, check this out. It is a really good album. Next up, Lamb of God with Omens. Did you know the lead singer, Randy Blythe, is 51? I genuinely would not have thought that after listening to this album. I would have thought he was an angry 20-something. So, the vocals are fantastic. They switch between like low grumbles to high screeching, but always sounding really good. And the guitar and drums, they work together to create a kind of symbiosis of music that drives the songs along. They're both fast, they're both heavy, and they just work together so well. As I was writing the script for this video, I realised that Lamb of God have never headlined Download Festival. And I was like, they definitely could, right? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely think they would be a fantastic headliner. And lastly, we have King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Can you guess why I listened to this band? So they released an album this month called Laminated Denim, which is maybe an even better name. But then I was looking at the albums released this month, and they released a second album this month as well. That album is called Changes, which is less of a fun name, but let's face it, for any band to release 2 albums in 1 month, that's pretty impressive. So I put on Laminated Denim, the album, not the clothing, and I was shocked to listen to a kind of light, airy guitar solo and some very light singing, and was like, what is this? This is not the heavy metal I was expecting. So I looked into King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and I found out that their thing is that they like to experiment and explore with every genre available. So here are just a few of the genres that King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard have experimented with in the past. Psychedelic rock, acid rock, kraut rock, thrash metal, synth prog, and folk. Sorry, I know this has become less of an album review and more just a stream of consciousness as I discovered this band, but seriously, what? So I'm definitely going to listen to more of this band. I'm going to listen to their 23 studio albums that they've released, because I'm just fascinated by them. I quite enjoyed the music I listened to from Laminated Denim, and I am excited to listen to all the other albums that sound nothing like it. So next up is something less fun, it's musician deaths. This is where we remember and honour the metal musicians who have passed away over the last month. At the time of recording, we had 1 metal musician pass away in October. On October the 24th, Paul Stoddard, vocalist of Diecast, passed away. So my condolences to his family, and if you were a fan of that band, please let me know in the comments. So next up is Music Festival Explorer. This is my website where I write about music festivals and heavy metal and things like that. Or at least I'm supposed to. I actually haven't written anything for the website in a few months. I swear I am writing something at the minute about misheard lyrics and confusing lyrics in punk songs. It's gone through a few little drafts. I am writing it. It is going to be up soon. As soon as it is, I will put it in the description. Please do check it out. I will get back to writing blog posts, I swear. I do enjoy it. I've just been busy. Excuses! And finally, we have the fun story from last month. And this month, I'm talking about Trombone Champ. If you've heard of this, you know exactly what I'm going to say. So, Trombone Champ is a music rhythm game in the style of Guitar Hero, except that you use a keyboard and mouse, and you play a trombone. And aside from the game having a weirdly massive story and so much lore that you can explore and discover, it has a really big modding community. So people have already started using Trombone Champ to create their own levels based on different songs and even different audio recordings, like Liz Truss's resignation speech.
I came into office at a time of great economic and international instability.
It's the stupidest thing ever and I love it. But to bring this back to heavy metal related territory, someone has also created a Trombone Champ level that is Through Fire and Flames by Dragon Force. It is such a complicated level and it's so impressive to watch somebody complete it perfectly, but also it's Trombone Champ, so it's also hilariously stupid. Anyway, that's everything from me. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you've listened to any of the albums I mentioned earlier, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this far, if you did. If you liked this video, please do remember to click like and subscribe wherever those buttons are. My name is Rob, and I will see you in another video next month.